You can feel it, can't you? Something subtle, yet undeniable, is shifting inside your life right now. It doesn't arrive with noise or clear answers. It comes quietly, like a change in the air before the storm, like a feeling you can't fully explain but can no longer ignore. There's a strange mix of uncertainty and anticipation living inside you. Part of you feels unsettled, like something familiar is slipping away. And another part of you feels drawn towards something new, something you can't yet see. This is not random. This is not confusion. This is movement. Something deep within your life is rearranging itself, and you are standing right in the middle of it. You may have noticed that things don't feel the same anymore. The routines that once comforted you now feel heavy. The thoughts you used to believe without question now feel distant. Even certain people, conversations, and environments don't resonate with you the way they used to. It's not that anything is wrong. It's that you're changing. Quietly, deeply, irreversibly. And when you begin to change, your entire world begins to shift with you. Not all at once. Not in obvious ways, but slowly, like the tide pulling back before it returns stronger than ever. There are moments when this shift feels uncomfortable. Moments where you question yourself, where you wonder if you're losing direction instead of finding it. You might feel like you're in between two versions of your life, not fully connected to who you were, but not yet clear on who you are becoming. And that space, that in-between space, can feel lonely. It can feel uncertain. But it is also where the most important transformation happens. Because this is where the old version of you begins to release its hold, making space for something more aligned, more honest, more real. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. That pressure you feel, that need to understand every step ahead, is not required in this moment. This shift is not asking. At the same time, you may feel a quiet pull towards something different. A new idea, a new direction, a new way of thinking or living. It might not make complete sense yet. It might even feel risky or unfamiliar. But that pull is not accidental. It is part of the shift. It is your inner self guiding you toward expansion, toward something that feels more true to who you are at your core. You don't need to rush toward it. You don't need to force clarity. Just acknowledge it. Just allow yourself to feel it. Because even the smallest step in that direction begins to align your life with this new energy that is unfolding. This phase of your life is not about having all the answers. It is about allowing the questions to guide you. It is about being present with what is changing instead of resisting it. Because resistance creates tension, and tension makes the process feel harder than it needs to be. But when you soften, when you allow things to unfold without constantly trying to control them, something shifts inside you. You begin to move with the flow instead of against it. And suddenly, what once felt overwhelming begins to feel meaningful. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are in transition. And transitions are rarely comfortable, but they are always purposeful. There's a reason this shift is happening now, in this moment in your life. It is preparing you. It is strengthening you. It is guiding you toward a version of yourself that you may not fully recognize yet, but one that will feel deeply right when you step into it. Even if you cannot see it clearly yet, things are aligning. Small pieces are moving into place behind the scenes. Conversations, opportunities, realizations, they are all part of a bigger picture that is slowly revealing itself. You're not being left in the dark. You're being guided step by step, in a way that allows you to grow into what is coming instead of being overwhelmed by it all at once. So if things feel uncertain right now, and as this shift continues to unfold, you may begin to notice something else, a quiet strength rising within you. It's not loud. It doesn't demand attention, but it's there, steady, grounded, almost as if a deeper part of you has been waiting for this moment all along. This strength doesn't come from having everything figured out. It comes from your willingness to keep going, even when things feel unclear. It comes from your ability to sit with uncertainty without running away from it. And that alone is transforming you in ways you may not fully realize yet. You are learning how to let go without losing yourself. You are learning how to trust without needing constant reassurance. And most importantly, you're learning how to listen, not to the noise around you, but to the quiet truth within you. That truth has always been there, but now you're beginning to hear it more clearly. It doesn't speak in fear. It doesn't rush you. It simply guides you gently, consistently, toward what feels right, even when it's unfamiliar. There will still be moments when doubt appears. Moments when the old version of you tries to pull you back into what feels safe and known. That's natural. Change doesn't erase fear overnight. But now, something is different. Now, you can see that fear without becoming it. You can feel it without letting it control your next step. And that is where your power lives, not in avoiding fear, but in moving forward despite it. You might also start to notice how your energy is becoming more intentional. You are becoming more aware of where you invest your time, your thoughts, your emotions. Things that once drained you now feel heavier, harder to tolerate. And things that nourish you, even in small ways, feel more important than ever. This is not you becoming distant or disconnected. This is you becoming aligned. You are beginning to choose your life more consciously instead of simply reacting to it. And with that alignment comes a sense of clarity, not. And slowly, without forcing it, you're becoming someone who can hold both the uncertainty and the trust, the fear and the courage, the ending and the beginning. You're no longer trying to rush out of discomfort. You are allowing it to teach you. And in doing so, you're stepping into a deeper level of self-awareness, one that will guide you long after this phase has passed. There is something beautiful about this moment in your life, even if it doesn't feel perfect, because this is the moment where you are no longer living on autopilot. This is the moment where you are waking up to your own path. And once you awaken, truly awaken, you cannot go back to being who you were before. You begin to see your life with new eyes. You begin to feel your choices more deeply. And you begin to understand that you're not here to simply exist. You are here to evolve. So if you feel like things are shifting, it's because they are. If you feel like you're changing, it's because you are. And if you feel like something bigger is unfolding beneath the surface of your life, trust that feeling. It is not leading you astray. It is leading you home to a version of yourself that is more aligned, more aware, and more connected to what truly matters. You don't need to chase this transformation. You don't need to force it into clarity. Just keep showing up. Keep listening. Keep trusting the quiet signals that guide you forward. Because every step you take, no matter how small it feels, is part of something much bigger than you can see right now. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look back at this time, not as a period of confusion, but as the moment everything began to change. The moment you began to change. The moment you stopped resisting what your life was trying to become and finally allowed yourself to grow into it. For now, just breathe, stay present, and remember, you are exactly where you need to be.